It just continues to feel good and get better and better, doesn't it? Well, since this month began on Easter, and today is already the second to the last Sunday of the month, we could say, in fact, I'm going to say, that April is hopping right along, quick as a bunny. And that's why it's so important for us to keep in mind that our current earth life, our life in physical form this time around, is a limited time offer. We didn't come to stay, but we came to play. And it's important for us to have some fun while we're here, to create through curiosity, happy curiosity, and to expand through enjoyable experiences. In the way of transformation, we read, that is the great gift given unto you. What are you worthy of desiring the most? You will indeed discover and create your pathway to your own consummate awakening. Why not be at play in the kingdom? So a good question for us to ask ourselves this morning or any time is, why spend one moment of this precious gift of being able to see the results of our thoughts, our very thoughts in three-dimensional form? Why spend any of it down a rabbit hole of struggle and effort and confusion and suffering? Because we forgot that our thoughts are powerful things, and that they create our pathway to eternal awakening, to more and more and greater, not just some of the time, but all of the time. Our thoughts are calling to us the manifestation of something that matches the vibrational output of our thoughts. They are powerful. They are creative. And that's good news when the vibe of our thoughts causes us to feel good about life. But when we forget to keep those love and good vibrations happening, something is likely to manifest in our life that we didn't want to happen. And we find ourselves just suddenly down a rabbit hole that we'd rather not be in and had really hoped wouldn't be on our path to fall in. But Science of Mind tells us the word of man is the law of his life, under the one great law of all life. We go down a rabbit hole every time we forget that the one great law of all life includes us, that there are no exceptions, that our word, our thoughts, our vibration is the law of our life. When we forget that the law of attraction is always in action and paying attention to us, along with the rest of life, we don't always pay attention to the thought action of our mind, and our mind is always in action. We find ourselves in a rabbit hole of distraction when we think of too many things at once, and in a rabbit hole of problems. Anytime our attention is drawn away for any length of time to thoughts that cause us to worry or be angry or fearful, or to thoughts that cause us to judge and complain and criticize. When we're not paying attention to where we are mentally and emotionally as we hop through the moments of our life, if we're unaware of where our thoughts are taking us, it's easy to misstep. And before we know it, some dip in our happy vibration, our good vibration, has been hanging around long enough to cause an unwanted manifestation on our 3D playground. When we forget that we're here to play, to create a life we enjoy living every day by feeling joy while we're living it, we go off track. We head in a downward direction vibrationally and attract unwanted experiences that keep us from happily hippity-hopping along our path, along a path we enjoy. And that could be my last pun. There wouldn't be so much downtime to our uptime while we're here if we decided to let whatever unwanted thing that has already happened, rather than letting it bum us out, to let it inspire us to pay attention to what we want to happen next and focus on that wanted next. Abraham Hicks tells us, appreciation in advance brings everything you want to you. And truly, whatever we want, whatever it is, we want it because we are sure that we'll feel better when it manifests in our life. Whether it's a physical healing or healing of a relationship or healing of our finances or the resolution of some situation, we want it to happen so that we'll feel better. But when we feel good, just thinking about its arrival in 3D experience in our life, even before it manifests, our appreciation in advance brings it to us easily, without struggle, without so much waiting, without so much downtime. When we know that whatever we ask for is given to us, when we know that the source of love within us that created us always says yes to us between what we've asked for and when it manifests, in the meantime, we don't let ourselves become distracted by appearances and let our happy vibration dip. Which brings us to the title of today's talk, In the Meantime. In the meantime is an important thing. We used to sing a song here at LEC, many of you remember it. It's called Our Thoughts Are Prayers, and it started out, our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Be careful what you're saying. Our thoughts aren't just sending vibrational prayer requests while we're officially praying. Every thought is a prayer, a vibrational request sent forth by us into the creative vibrational universe that responds to it. That's going on all the time. There's no downtime to vibrational creation, to asking and answering. It's happening all the time. Science mind tells us we know that thoughts are things. We know that thought is intelligent and has power within itself to objectify itself. We know that belief makes thought very powerful. We think we know that thoughts are vibrational things. We think we know that. And we think we know that they cause things to naturally come forth into our physical experience as we give the power of our attention to them. Because thoughts are all around. It's what we give our attention to that gives them power in our life. But how often do we inadvertently or carelessly focus on thoughts that don't feel good to think and get in the way of our answered prayer? Are we careful about what we say to ourselves in the meantime? Are we careful about what we're saying to others in conversations? Or do we sometimes just throw caution to the wind because we think that some negative condition or situation are happening in our own life or that's happening in someone else's life is just too interesting and juicy to ignore, that we have to just think about it and talk about it. It's essential to our positive attraction and manifestation that we remind ourselves as often as we need a reminder that the power of God, the presence that creates everything, is always present. We're never away from it. Whether we're acknowledging it in our prayer and then ignoring it as we think and speak in our everyday life, it's still there. Science mind tells us we know that a realization of the presence of God is the most powerful healing agency known to the mind of man. It's also important for us to realize that the presence of God causes the vibration of our every thought to have power, to manifest. It's imperative for us to realize that universal creative energy doesn't turn off or go somewhere else until we're ready to focus on it, when we're ready to pray. The law of attraction is everywhere, all the time, always in action, always active, whether we're ready or not for it to act on one of our thoughts. I wrote a book a few years ago now, and it's called The Sacred Continuum. And the subtitle is Our Life Between Prayers. And I mention it now because I believe that the content of that book is still applicable today, because we all still pray and we all have a life. So in the book, it asks, is it possible to practice prayer-like thought in the space between our official prayers? Can we learn to live in this world and transcend the appearances in this world, which may be denying our prayer or at least discouraging it? In other words, can we keep our vibe high after we've prayed and continue to feel good and expect good in the meantime? Which is to say, in the time it takes for our answered prayer to dawn on us and manifest for us. Science of Mind tells us healing is not creating a perfect body or a perfect idea. It is revealing an idea which is already perfect. Healing is not a process, it's a revelation. We wouldn't lose our footing along our path so often if we decided not to stay focused on the reason we prayed. Winnie the Pooh said, Winnie the Pooh, we know how wise that Pooh Bear is. He said, I always get to where I'm going by walking away from where I've been. When we focus on the answer to our prayer, we're mentally and emotionally there, in the vibration of the answer. And we're getting to where we're going, step by step. That song went on to say, seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness. There's nothing that will raise our consciousness higher and bring us more peace more quickly and cause us to mentally and emotionally rise and move away from fear and doubt than gratitude. No matter what's happened, there is always, always something in every moment to be grateful for. There is no greater power in the universe that we can access than the power of appreciation, because it keeps us aligned with our inner being, with our spirit, with our soul, with the one we are forever, that has no expiration date. The one that's always positive, no matter what's going on. Even when we're down a rabbit hole, it always knows, oh, there's a way out. Abraham Hicks tells us, when you feel gratitude, you are the closest to the natural state you were born to live in. And that state, the state we were born to live in, the state we truly exist in, is one of well-being. It's one of peace. It's one of love. It's one of joy. It's one of happy expectation. No matter how far we've dipped in our human vibration of attraction, still, there's a place in us that hasn't dipped. There's a place in us that we can align with in a heartbeat of appreciation. It's a place that's already vibing high. A place within us that knows only the good we want, the good we've asked for and prayed for, and focuses only on that answer. When we focus only on that answer, we vibe high too, and when we do, we find that we experience answered prayer naturally, without struggle, without resistance, and without delay. Abraham Hicks tells us the best way to accomplish an improved environment is to focus upon the best things about where you currently are until you flood your own vibrational patterns of thought with appreciation. And in that changed vibration, you can then allow the new and improved condition or circumstance to come into your experience. Namaste. All righty. Life is good. Well, this is the time of our service when we get to say thank you once again for being here. Thank you so much for showing up this morning, for sharing some of the sunshine of the day here with us and being the light in this room. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for showing up live stream. If you're in Florida, we know you're getting a lot of sunshine, but we've got sunshine here too. If you're in Guatemala, you're probably getting sunshine too, but we have sunshine here too today. Matter of fact, we're all shining so bright, and we are so happy that we have sunshine, and we're happy that you're here with us from wherever you're watching us. And yeah, we could just sit here and be happy, stand here and be happy, but I think I'll say some more. It doesn't take any money to be happy. But poverty doesn't make you miserable. It doesn't have to, but being rich doesn't make you happy. But even if you don't have money, you can be happy. But the thing about being happy is that it draws abundant good to us. When we're not down about our financial situation, when we know that there's a place in us. There's a place that's already vibing high. It already knows our abundance. It's already living our abundance, and that all we need to do is tap into that. And we tap into that by knowing that it's so and letting go of any thought that would deny it. And so here we are feeling our abundance. Then we know that we give out of our abundance. We don't give to get. We give because giving feels so good. And because we love to support this world we love. And I know that you love LEC because you support it all the time, those of you who do. And that's why we get to do this every Sunday and in between. That's why we get to pack up boxes and plan a move to a new location. That's why we get to do all of that. And it's because of you and because you are LEC. And so gratitude is one of those things that taps into our abundance. And if you are feeling gratitude this morning, appreciation for this talk, and you would like to express that, man, we would love you to. We would love you to just feel your abundance for you. And we get the benefit of that good feeling too. So if you're wondering how to do that, and you did it once but you forgot, or you never listened to how to do it, or this is your first time, for whatever reason you need this information, we want to give it to you. And our treasurer does such a beautiful job of explaining it all that it will be so clear when she's finished that you're going to do whatever she suggested that you do. So here she is, Dr. Jamie Phillips, our treasurer.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What a great talk.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome talk, except
What?
now I've got that song, Our Thoughts Are Prayers, running around in my head.
Good.
And I can only say, don't make me sing.
Oh, come on. We could all sing it.
Okay, I'm not going to do my shtick. If you would like to donate to the Life Enrichment Center, and we would love to have you donate, there's several ways you can do it if you're watching this online. You can donate at facebook.com/Life Enrichment Center. You can go to our website where the podcast will be up in the early part of the week. Our website is lecflint.com. You can also find Reverend Stephanie's talk on there. If you'd like to do it via PayPal, you can go to you can do it via our email address, which is lec2512@gmail.com, and you can always send in a check to our P.O. Box, Life Enrichment Center, P.O. Box 321294, Flint, Michigan 48532. And here in the sanctuary, we're going to be doing an offertory while we listen to the beautiful voice of Marcia Allen singing in this very room, followed by a gratitude prayer you're not going to want to miss that Reverend Stephanie does after that. Thank you.